Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
On today's episode, we are discussing Texas Two-Step, which originally aired on the Hallmark Channel on Saturday, June 13th, and is now streaming on Hallmark Plus. Check us out all over social media, wherever you like to hang out. We are Girls Gone Hallmark everywhere. Blue Sky, Threads, Facebook. We got a group over on Facebook that is killer. And of course, Instagram.
I think you covered it.
Got it all. Let's hop right into this Texas Two-Step discussion with a synopsis.
Sure. Olivia returns to Texas to help her aunt and her country music bar that's fallen on hard times and reconnects with Luke, her childhood sweetheart turned cowboy, and her passion for dancing. Turned cowboy?
I was going to say, it seems like he was like fully cowboy already. There's no way that was a new addition to his personality.
Who writes these? I did not write this. This is completely lifted from the Hallmark website.
Ava Tavares directed Texas Two-Step. This is her 7th directorial project and 2nd movie for Hallmark. She directed last year's Christmas Baby.
Do you remember she is one of those female directors that's part of the Make Her Mark program?
She was one of the first.
This one was written by Mel Cowan, who has just 5 writing credits, and this is his first Hallmark project. Look, I had to look up this writer.
Yeah.
He's an actor and writer. He comes from a UCB background.
Oh.
Which is kind of interesting, right?
It is.
Yeah, UCB is I want to call it a comedy troupe, but I don't.
Improv.
School. I'm quoting school. I don't know exactly the right terminology.
Yeah, a lot of comedians and actors start there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you looked it up, who's come out of UCB, a lot of comedic actors would show up.
I mean, Elizabeth Lame.
Of course.
I mean, if you guys don't know who Elizabeth Lame is, why don't you check out our Patreon?
That's right.
Patreon.com/Megan and Wendy.
Heather Hemmens stars as Olivia. This is her 32nd acting credit, and we last saw her in The Snow Must Go On.
Brendan Penny co-stars as Luke. This marks his 65th acting credit. We last saw him in The More the Merrier and Merry Christmas, Ted Cooper.
Hey, Wendy, what was your first impression of Texas Two-Step?
Cowboy, take me away. I was going to try to sing it, and as I was driving to your house today, I was like trying to see what it would sound like in the car. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. It's the spoken word edition. What was yours?
My first impression is, remember when we thought Brendan Penny and glasses was the superior Brendan Penny? That's because we hadn't seen him in a cowboy hat.
You are correct. I texted Megan while I was watching this movie last night, and I was like, Brendan Penny's really selling this cowboy thing. Like the whole way through, right?
I have to admit, I may have doubted his ability to pull off cowboy prior to this.
I think I agree with you.
All apologies. I am eating my words because he nailed it. He nailed it.
From top to bottom.
He had the colloquialisms. He had that slow mannerism of speaking. I mean, I can't think of anybody else I would have wanted to see in this role.
Me neither.
Well done, Brendan Penny.
Well freaking done.
Let's talk what we liked.
Oh, I thought we just did. I'm just kidding. Listen, I really liked the honky tonk feeling of Sweetwater's. I didn't love the name Sweetwater's. It reminded me of Sweetbreads.
Which are brains?
I thought they were testicles or something like that. There's some sort of animal part. Anyway, I don't like the name of the bar, but I liked the idea of the bar. The bar was popping off. It was a place where I would want to go. It felt very real.
Yes.
I just thought they nailed it. Sometimes, Hallmark, it gives you faux bar.
Well, they actually packed it full of people, which was nice.
Exactly. And they were like drinking beers and had great music. It wasn't weird, like off country music.
Right.
It was good music. It was a place that I felt like people would want to hang out at and rally around, to help save it.
Yes. I have some thoughts on that, but yes.
Oh, okay.
I think the locals would be very much invested in this place, and I liked it a lot. BJ Harrison is, as always, a damn delight.
Adorable.
The fact that she is the heart of Sweetwater's is part of what makes that place so magical. Of course, people are going to root for her because she's So damn lovely.
I thought she had some really funny lines too.
Oh, she's so good. When she wins at Domino's, and she's like, wash my bones, which I'm sure is a Domino's thing. I just loved it.
You know, I had to look up her age in real life because I was like, is this character supposed to be older than who she really is in real life? And the internet tells me she's 75 years old. And I was like, well, hot damn.
Yeah.
Hot damn 75. And I guess a true 75-year-old, if they were still running a business and they were underwater in the business a little bit and their health was like not great, there would be some concern there for sure.
Absolutely. Hot damn. Do Heather Hemmens and Brendan Penny have chemistry?
I gotta tell you, I kind of thought this pairing was odd.
I have not seen on-screen chemistry like this
since I got it. You ready? You ready? Tyler and Rhiannon Fish.
Yes. A picture of her.
Yeah.
Correct. I think this might trump that. If you recall, in our review of that movie, I was like, are these two dating? Because they had like just the vibes are popping off the screen. And it's not just one scene. There are multiple scenes where they just have visible heat. And
this movie, right?
This movie. And I'm going to talk about their kiss later.
Yeah.
Save that. It's my one and only. Did you see that? So I want to talk about that first kiss.
Okay.
Later.
Okay.
But they have incredible chemistry.
I thought so too. I thought that the dancing component to this movie really helped build that chemistry world for them. I'm not surprised Heather Hemmens can dance. I thought she was great. Kind of surprised Brendan Penny can.
Right.
And I loved watching like everybody else dance too. But in regards to the chemistry between Heather and Brendan Penny, like smoking hot.
Smoking hot.
Good stuff.
Well, you mentioned the dancing. I want to talk about the dancing. I thought the dancing was so well done.
Me too.
Clearly very well choreographed. The cinematography around the dancing, particularly at the end for the dance-a-thon, I thought was so fun. So many fun camera angles and swoopy moments with the camera. Even with the little kids who were dancing, they clearly were dancers. I thought they did a really nice, like they clearly spent some time working with a choreographer to get all these dances down.
Yeah, I think that's what makes maybe this movie stand out a little bit more, because I'm trying to think of other movies that have like big dance elements. There was that Lacey Chabert
Christmas Waltz.
There's that movie that the dancing's incredible for me personally, but then they also did that detective tango movie too. But I'm trying to, can you think of any other dancing movie where like really stood out as real and real good?
Off the top of my head, I cannot. One is in your mind that you can't pull.
I'm just so impressed.
Yes,
that they pulled it off.
Yes,
and it made it look good.
You know, this movie looks good.
Yeah, agree.
And they put a lot of attention into moments like the fire moment where Olivia and Luke are sitting around the fire outside of Aunt Ruby's house. And it's stunning. There's lights strung up everywhere. There's a lot of greenery. I mean, it's just stunning. And that's just their backyard. It's not a special location. The bar I thought was incredibly well set. I assume that's a bar space.
Like a real bar?
Yeah. I don't know. But I just thought it looks good. His vet's office looked like an office. Everything just looks so good.
I agree.
Including Heather Hemmens, who I have decided is the most beautiful human on the planet.
She's really pretty.
She's stunning. And the costuming on this movie was fantastic. When she goes home and she just like slips right into that like Southern country look, but it doesn't feel costumey.
No, I felt like, did somebody buy a cute dress from Altered State and throw some cowboy boots and a denim jacket over it? It just was really cute.
I thought she looked great. Yeah. I just could not stop staring at her face. She's stunningly beautiful, but she had some real cute clothes. Really cute clothes.
I agree. I have a couple more likes. There was that scene, and I think you referenced it when they're out by the fire pit. It's a standout scene for me where Luke apologizes to Olivia. we often don't get in Hallmark movies where our leads like sit in their mistakes and like take ownership for them. And I thought this was such a well-written scene, a well-shot scene. I thought it was well acted. I thought Brendan as Luke like delivered his lines like so well in this scene. It was very vulnerable. And then Heather as Olivia, she's crying.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this is just like really good acting or like dug deep into emotion here. I just thought it was chef's kiss.
I think the line Luke gives is, I didn't have to burn it all down.
Yes.
Which I loved because she says, well, I was the one that broke up with you. He said, yeah, but I didn't have to burn it all down. And I loved that line.
It was very relatable.
Yes.
Yeah. Two more little things I really liked. I did really enjoy June and Mason. I thought their secondary romance didn't feel like a C storyline filler side romance, which Hallmark is notorious for. I was rooting for these characters and I liked that Mason, there was like hesitation there and, you know, it was very adult.
Yeah.
Is the best way that I could put it.
I think, yeah.
And then my final thing, which I think I'm picking up from you, this felt like at the core, a community movie where they're rallying around.
Sure.
I think this year, several times I have mentioned that, like, I am drawn to those kind of movies where...
Yeah, because don't you want that? Don't you want to be a part of a community like that would show up?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think that's why I'm so drawn, because it feels like that would be incredible to be the kind of community that throws the graduation party for Rory in the pouring rain.
Yes, exactly. And you want to be part of that. You would show up for those people and you want those people to show up for you.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. My last which feeds into a little bit of a wish. I loved the country music shout outs. When we open with Trisha Yearwood's She's in Love with the Boy, I love that song.
Yeah.
Love Trisha Yearwood. I was so excited because that is, in air quotes, real country music. And there were some more instances of it. And then in addition, they use a line like, we're going to boot scoot.
Yeah.
And June says, let's go, girls.
Yeah.
Now, if I may transition into my wishes just a little bit, this could have been packed with country music. Now, I understand that there is a budgetary limit and we're trying to do it all, but that would have been the thing that took this movie over the top for me, is if it could have just... You know, they had so many 90s country music references. I'm like, if we could have just packed it with like that
90s country hit bangers.
I just like that would have been the thing that took this movie over the top for me.
I hear you.
Before we come back to wrap up our wishes, we're going to take a quick break. All right, Wendy, what else did you wish for?
I only have two wishes. The first one is Olivia's big idea to save the bar is a live stream. And I really wanted to hear exactly how they were going to raise money from that. Even Aunt Ruby's like, but where does the money come in?
Yeah.
And that is my question too. And honestly, I'm like thinking about it. I was like, okay, a TikTok live stream, or is there a donation button? Like, how exactly? This is her big idea. And they're banking on it going viral worldwide. People are going to donate.
That's my biggest wish, too, because she was relying on donations. She said people will donate, people will buy in. And I think people do care about this space. And perhaps in the country music world, perhaps this is a kind of space that's known. Like, you know that there are artists who are like, oh, I can't wait to go back to this and play this iconic location, right? I'm sure there are people who would feel that way. But for me, all I kept thinking was, I'm going to need a better hook to get me, the viewer, to turn on this dance-a-thon and be motivated to give money. There needs to be some sort of return. Am I getting a shirt? Am I getting
a shirt?
Well, I think there has to be some sort of return. What's the return?
Just an outpouring of generosity.
Yes, but I think that I just think the reality is like that outpouring of generosity only goes, maybe this is the kind of thing that could go viral on TikTok. I see TikTok after TikTok of like, I met this man on the street and he needs help. And now I got his GoFundMe in my bio and it goes crazy.
Yeah.
maybe something like that could happen, but you would need some sort of virality moment that you're banking on that's not guaranteed. And I think maybe, like, yes, people want to see the dancing. That's fun. But maybe they needed like some country artists. Like, yeah, I know they had their band, but maybe if you're like, I'm live streaming a concert where I'm going to see Trisha Yearwood show up.
Yeah.
Leanne Womack, I hope you dance.
Yeah, exactly.
I think maybe that would be a bigger get. Again, there are some budgetary constraints.
Right. My other wish that I have here is I believe the chemistry between Heather and Brendan outshined the plot a little bit. And the reason I say that is the actual plot for me followed a fairly predictable Hallmark roadmap.
Sure.
She's unhappy with her job because she's not fulfilling her passion. She goes home to help her aunt save this bar. She falls in love again. She falls in love again with an old boyfriend. This to me screams, and no shade to the writer, but a new writer who feels like this is the Hallmark checklist.
Sure.
What stands out to me is I think they cast incredible actors who pulled it off. And the story with the dancing and the music helped elevate a very basic plot line.
And I think when it comes to the writing, the dialogue hit.
Agree. Agree.
The story itself,
Yeah.
Because even at the end, Luke says to her, like, what are you going to do? What's your next step? And she says, I don't know. We'll figure it out together.
Yeah, there was no conclusion. I mean, we're just assuming, there's a happy ending here.
Which on one hand, I like. You're not going to have a conclusion at this state in the game. You're not going to know what's next. It's not going to be tied up in a pretty bow. On the other hand, we may be right back where we started, because she does say she's going to move home permanently to help out with Aunt Ruby. But will that be the thing that fulfills her?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Right, because I thought taking photographs was her thing.
I don't know. I have one small little wish. I think we could have, if we're going to introduce the idea of Luke's horse rehab situation, it's a little thin. It doesn't really get a lot of time dedicated to it. It deepens his character. It serves the purpose of showing Olivia that he's become this different person who cares about things outside of himself. But it's one brief scene, and then he references it later in the movie, like, oh, maybe I need my horse rehab.
Yeah.
But we could have done more with it.
I agree.
Okay. Are you ready for Did You See That?
Yeah, I have a couple.
Okay.
There is a scene where Aunt Ruby has like fallen asleep in her chair, and Olivia takes a picture of her sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
Look.
To me, when they first flash on her, look at her mouth was open. It wasn't. It's just like, and I thought, because that is how I fall asleep if I'm sitting up.
This would be grounds for...
I would be so mad.
It would be so... I don't even like when I open the camera on a reverse angle on my phone, and it's me and my double chin.
And it's not even capturing the image. You just have to see it.
Yes. I do not want... If somebody took a picture of me sleeping, I would be furious.
Me too.
Furious.
I would be too. My husband the other day said something about like, oh yeah, that's how I fall asleep on a plane, like with my mouth open. I'm like, I know, but don't tell me that you've noticed.
Yeah, no. God, I fall asleep on an airplane every single time. I don't even know. I'm just going to get one of those like wrap things that like wraps my whole face up.
Well, that's why I like my turtle pillow, because like I fall into it so my mouth can't really fall open.
I'm like, let's bring back masks on an airplane. There was one line that I really, really loved in this where Luke calls June a horse or something like that. And Olivia goes, don't call my friend a horse. And he goes, well, she's got hooves like one. I died laughing. I thought it was such a funny line. So funny. Two more little did you see that? One, when we meet Mason the vet and he's calling his cousin, they're cousins, right? Yeah. Calling cousin Olivia while he is
examining a dog.
Do you know how pissed I would be if I was that animal owner and you're on a
dog, man.
You're on a phone call? Yeah. I'm paying $500 to see you? No, sir. And then the last little did you see that? What made me really take notice that this movie was operating at a very steamy level. Luke dips Olivia, and his face is practically in her bosom. I was like, whoa.
In her bosom.
Did I turn on Lifetime? This is like giving like Lifetime steamy.
Well, let's talk steamy because that's my one and only. Did you see that? It is their kiss. They kiss. He picks her up and puts her on the counter.
This is what I'm talking Lifetime.
That's what I thought too. Do you remember in Providence Falls where there's two scenes that are hot without being racy, and one is like there's a zipper scene.
Yes, I do. I remember. Yep.
And the other is he grabs her chair and pulls her in.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with those scenes. There's nothing that would get the censors going, right? This is like that. There's nothing about it. But he's got to grab her ass to get her on the counter.
Totally.
And you know that the only way that works for her to be sitting on the counter and him to be kissing her is that he is standing between her legs.
Straddling. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, they don't show any of that.
Oh, yeah.
But it was hot.
It's the whiff of like illusion, right? I know. I wonder the director here is like, look, this is what we're going to do. And Brendan and Heather are like, what? This is Hallmark, right? Yeah. I thought it was real steamy.
Yeah. I mean, my notes say that kiss, damn.
Sexy. Very sexy.
All right. What did you rate Texas Two-Step?
I gave it 3.75 stars. Yikes. The story wasn't like that great.
Fair enough, but I thought, everything else about it. It's a 4.25 star movie for me.
Wow.
Blew me away. I'm shocked.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would love to know where the listeners fall on this one. Look, I didn't think it was bad. I'm just,
Yeah, no, your criticism is fair. I got to think about my rating system. I'm a little too shallow, perhaps. I was blown away by Heather Hemmens' beauty and Brendan Penny's slow, low talking.
Slow talking.
Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of Girls Gone to Hallmark. If you love this podcast, we do really love your 5-star ratings and reviews. If you're a new listener of the podcast, we do have quite a few of you lately, so we do love you opening up the Apple Podcast app, hitting those 5 stars, and letting people know why you love this podcast. We'll be back next time with more Hallmark reviews. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.